Martell Holt just did the most confusing, emotional, and messy thing people have seen from him in a long time. And that's really saying something because chaos and confusion have basically become his brand. So here's what went down. He was inside a furniture store, supposedly checking out items for some kind of investment property. Nothing dramatic, right? Just a regular day, looking at couches and tables. But instead of walking out with furniture, he walked out exposed. Not physically but emotionally. Completely bare. That man cracked open his heart and let everything spill out, right there by the coffee tables. And guess who was standing next to him? Destiny Payton. And if you know anything about Destiny, you know she's not the type to let anything slide. She called him out instantly. Martell casually started talking about looking at rings for Ariane Curry like it was just some normal errand. But Destiny wasn't having it. She stopped him cold and asked the exact question everybody at home was yelling. How are you out here buying rings when you're still talking about how fresh your divorce feels? And that's when it all started falling apart. Because Martell didn't deny it. He didn't even try. He hesitated, looked down, and just stood there. You could see it all over him. This is a man who might be physically standing next to Ariane, but emotionally? He's still parked outside Melody's house every single night in his mind. The words kept coming out like he couldn't stop them. He started talking about how he sees Melody every time he looks at his kids, how the divorce still hurts. That wasn't just nostalgia. That was pain. That was heartbreak that never got healed. And Destiny? She stood there like the emotional therapist he never asked for. Trying to patch him up, even though it was clear those emotional wounds have been open for years. Martell tried to backpedal. He used the same tired lines. Ariane supports me. She believes in me. She's wife material. But none of it landed. Not this time. Because in the same breath, he was confessing how much he missed his old life. He sounded lost like a man pretending to have it together, but completely falling apart inside. And the internet? Oh, they dragged him all the way up and down every social platform. People were saying he didn't miss Melody, he missed the comfort, the peace, the version of himself he used to be when he was with her. One person said, Ariane's just renting space in his life. Melody owned the house. And honestly? That's exactly what it looked like. Melody didn't have to say anything. She just posted a peaceful rooftop pic, glowing in her own lane, with a caption that read, "Healing never looked so good." No names, no shade, just power. Meanwhile, Martell went quiet. A few moody Instagram selfies. No explanations. Just silence that said it all. Behind the scenes, things were even messier. Word is, Martell told someone on production that he never really thought Melody would leave. That deep down, he believed she'd always come back. But she didn't. She packed her piece and moved on. For real. And now, Martell's just trying to survive jumping from one reality show check to another while Melody's out here glowing up. Skincare lines, speaking events, brand deals. She's thriving. Quietly. Consistently. Without drama. And Ariane? She didn't even see this emotional mess coming. She found out like the rest of us watching the episode on TV. Imagine that. Thinking your man is planning a future with you, only to see him basically confess he's still heartbroken over his ex-wife on national television. Sources say she was devastated. Screaming. Crying. Threatening to leave. But we've seen this before. She threatens to go. He sweet talks her into staying. And the cycle continues. But this time, it hit different. This wasn't private hurt, this was public shame. Martell didn't just show confusion. He exposed the truth. That even now, years later, Melody still lives in his head. And for Ariane, who's already been dragged by the public, labeled the side chick, the rebound, the placeholder, this just added more salt to the wound. People online went in. They said, sis out here posting wife goals while dude's crying over his ex tragic. Another said, Ariane's holding the flashlight while Martell keeps chasing Melody's shadow. And Martell? Still quiet. No statements. No apologies. Just more fake smiles and hollow captions. Even his supporters started turning on him. People who used to root for him are now calling him out, saying he's selfish, emotionally immature, and stuck in the past. Melody's fans? They're not surprised. They've been saying for years that he never truly appreciated her. That one day, he'd realize what he lost, but by then it'd be too late. And now? That day has come. You can see it in every awkward interview, every shaky explanation. The man is not okay. Even Destiny saw it. When she told him to get therapy, it wasn't shade. It was a wake-up call. She saw the emotional hole he's been stuck in. Trying to move forward without healing. Chasing attention while still clinging to the past. And Ariane? She might still be there physically. But emotionally, she's starting to see it too. That look in his eyes? That distance? That emptiness? It's not about her. It's about someone he still hasn't let go of. Fans noticed it right away. Side-by-side videos comparing how he talks about Melody versus how he talks about Ariane. The glow in his eyes. The difference in his tone. It was obvious. He says Ariane checks all the boxes. But Melody? She made him level up. She didn't just support him, she challenged him. She didn't make it easy. She made it worth it. And now he's surrounded by comfort, but starving for real connection. He traded substance for surface. And the internet won't let him forget it. Every post is flooded with reminders. You fumbled a queen. Healing looks better on her. You're not building, you're pretending. And that's the real truth. Martell keeps putting on a show, but the cracks are showing. Everyone sees it. The charm's wearing thin. The mask is slipping. He's not okay. And until he stops pretending and starts healing, it's only going to get messier. Let me know what y'all think. Is Martell just lost? Or is he finally facing the consequences he's been avoiding for years? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Insiders say Martell's struggling way more than he wants people to know. The money isn't flowing like it used to. Those influencer deals? Dry. Reality TV checks? They don't stretch the way they did back when he was riding high off drama. The speaking invites he used to get? Now, it's radio silence. It's like folks have moved on from watching the train wreck. People aren't looking for Messi anymore, they're looking for redemption. And Martell hasn't shown any. Just more confusion, more chaos, and more pretending everything's okay when it's clearly not. Meanwhile, Melody's journey tells a different story. She's not just moving on, she's glowing, rising, and becoming a quiet force. She's the kind of woman people root for. Women who've been through heartbreak, betrayal, disrespect, they see themselves in her. She didn't heal loud. She didn't clap back. She elevated in silence. And that silence? It's louder than anything Martell could ever say. Because when Melody wins, she doesn't have to explain. Her peace speaks for itself. Now, here's the painful part. Martell loves his kids, no one questions that. But even that love carries a sting. Every time he picks them up, hears them laugh, sees their little faces, he sees her. He sees Melody. It's like every hug and every car ride plays back the life he had and broke. He's not co-parenting in peace. He's co-parenting in pieces, watching the family he destroyed replay in front of him over and over. And what's really eating him alive? It's not just that Melody left. It's how she left. With class. With her head held high. No mess, no rants, no online shade. She just packed up her self-worth and walked out the door. And now, every time her name trends, every time she posts a glowing photo or lands another brand deal, it's like life is reminding him she never needed him. He needed her. People close to Martell say he's different now. Not healed, haunted. He talks to himself more. Plays back arguments in his head. Rereads old messages that should have been deleted. That's not romance. That's regret, and it's loud. It doesn't let him sleep. It doesn't let him breathe. It's the kind of regret that makes even a fancy house feel like a cage. So now we're left with the real question. Will Martell finally look in the mirror and face himself? Will he do the work to grow, heal, and stop blaming everyone else? Or will he keep pretending that a new woman, a new house, and a fake smile can replace the love he lost? Because the truth is, you can buy all the new furniture you want. But if your heart's still living in the past, nothing ever feels like home. And right now, Martell's still out there shopping, not for love, but for something that might finally make him forget what he gave away. If you liked this breakdown, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a story. Celeb Nova will have it all covered for you. See y'all in the next video. This is Celeb Nova, where the drama ends and the truth begins.